a lot of activity around the Muncie Police Department. They're holding a big inspection of grounds and personnel. Mayor Toohey and Chief of Police James Carey have invited Superintendent Harold Zeis, Superintendent of the State Police, to be the guest inspecting officer today. He's shown here arriving with Sergeant Robert Myers, Chief Pilot of the State Police, and Lieutenant George Doherty, District Commander of the Pendleton Post. Superintendent Zeis and Lieutenant Doherty are greeted by a welcoming committee from the Police Department here north of the field house in Muncie. Have to be careful of these rotor blades. The party will lunch at the Elks Club, and then at 2 o'clock, an inspection of the City Police building. Inspecting officers will be Superintendent Zeis, Lieutenant George Doherty, Mayor Toohey, Chief Carey. We'll pick this up again over at the inspection. The helicopter is being inspected by Sheriff Pete Anthony. Sergeant Myers explains how the helicopter is used in state police work, in searches, rescue work. Recently, the helicopter rescued 8 persons over near Ridgeville from a flood, evacuated them to higher ground. The helicopter and several other units are here at Muncie today to be displayed to the Muncie Police Department and the citizens of Muncie. These include several other units which we'll see a little later. I think Sheriff Anthony is going to take a test hop in the helicopter now, receive a demonstration of how it can search an area. Okay, we're down in front of the city building now. The city units are lining up, preparing for inspection. We're down in front of the city building now. The units are all lining up, preparing for the inspection. Here on the left side of the screen you see the boat and Jeep the state police has on display here at Muncie. On there is a semi-trailer, which is an emergency unit. emergency unit for the state police, which is used at disasters and flood at the mobile headquarters. The pedestrians are starting to gather here on the sidewalk to witness the first inspection in the history of the Muncie Police Department.
Yes. Sir, here. Jeffers, here. Bale, here. Burke, here. Right here. Jones, here. Wine, here. Batter, here. There, here. Russell, here. Fine, here. Okay.
Inspecting party is coming out of the building, walking down behind the ranks. Every Prater inspection is sure to be a dog. The inspecting party is coming down to inspect the third group. As we said earlier, this is the first inspection in the history of the Muncie Police Department. Looks like the inspecting group is really going over the men with a fine-tooth comb. Lieutenant George Doherty of the Pendleton Post is inspecting the sidearms of the Muncie police officers here. Looks like the lieutenant is really scrutinizing the weapons. The chief told the group at lunch that they were going to give the Pendleton State Police Post and the Red Key State Police Post a real run for their money in future inspections. That's the kind of competition between police departments we like to see, though. Whether the lieutenant found some dirt in this officer's revolver or not.
ready. Chief Carey, Mayor Toohey, Mr. Hanley, members of the Board of Safety, Sheriff Anthony, members of the City of Muncie Police Department, and the citizens of Muncie. I think we have broken some kind of a record here today, or shall I say the weatherman has broken the record. I think we've gone somewhat near 7 hours without a rainfall today, which we're very thankful for. This is somewhat of an innovation for both departments. This is the first time that our department has been called upon to make a formal inspection of any city police department. And as I understand it, this is the first time your department has stood a formal inspection. We feel it a privilege to come up here and inspect the ranks and the physical holdings here of the Muncie Police Department. I want to compliment you today. This is not only inspection day, but a day of recognition. Slightly over a year ago, I think it was in the month of June, we held a traffic seminar down in the FOP room of your City Hall. That was the first time I had met Jim Carey, who at that time was your assistant chief. A few months later, both of us were fortunate enough to attend the FBI Academy in Washington. During those 3 months, we become very well acquainted, as we did with 90-some other men from all over the United States and other countries. We gained many ideas. I recall that your chief, closing weeks, couldn't wait till he got back here to start a firearms range, and I understand this morning he told me that it was completed and it's ready to use. That is just one of the things that he wanted to put into effect. Many other things, such as recruit school, which now has produced some 8 new recruits for your department, was put into effect. Many other things that I can see by looking over the department. He's made much progress. I want to say to the citizens of Muncie that you can be justly proud of your Muncie Police Department. Now let me read something about an inspection program as set out by the FBI. They feel that inspections are a means of taking inventory of a department and of its future needs. Sound business principles are equally applicable to a thriving business and a successful law enforcement agency. People demand and expect full value from a reputable dealer. 3 principles must be followed in business and in law enforcement. Number 1, sound merchandise, full value for taxpayers' dollar. Number 2, efficient operations, courteous, efficient service. Number 3, honest advertising, a good public reputation. Law enforcement agencies which have made the greatest strides have good reputations. These good reputations make the public want to help the agency in attaining further accomplishments. It does not come that these things are ready for your use at any time you have an emergency to use them. Express our gratitude for being invited up here, and within the next few days you will receive a certificate of inspection similar to this. The inspecting team will get together and will grade the department as we do in our 22 installations over the state. It reads something like this: Indiana State Police Inspection Award, rating, and we give the 7 classifications of ratings. To the personnel of the Muncie Police Department for outstanding achievement during the year 1958. You will receive this, Chief, within the next 5 days. I want to say the inspection has been very good. Excellent inspection here today. We're going to continue through the facilities in the City Hall and some of the motor equipment that you have out in front. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Turn it over to the mayor at this time.
Well, Superintendent Zeis, Pete, Anthony, and our Chief of Police Jim Carey. This is a day of recognition that didn't come about just today. This is the result of a lot of cooperative effort on each and every one of you who belong to our department. A year ago about this time, we budgeted to send our first man to the FBI school to Washington. Certainly, it has paid big in dividends. Here in this community, I can add just one other unit that has worked very closely and cooperative with us, not only the state police, but my good friend Pete Anthony over at the sheriff's office, and with our entire local department. There are times, yes, when you and I might have a little personal differences. That's a democratic world that we all live in, and we have a right to disagree occasionally. But when we think of the progressive, the forward move that has been made here for the people in this community, I want you to know as one and one of you, I am proud to be in the City Hall when this day has come about. It is through your and each and every one of your wonderful help and cooperation, and I want you all to know that I am very proud of each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Toohey. Man, at this time, there is just a couple things I want to say, and I know the sun's getting hot, so we'll get out of here. I know these motorcycle boys, these helmets back there, give me dirty looks now. But I do, on behalf of each and every one of you, the captains, the lieutenants, the assistant chief, right on down the ranks, the auxiliary units, I think that we all should feel very proud today. This is one of our major steps in giving Muncie the best law enforcement in the state of Indiana. Again, I want to thank you for your time, your efforts, and making your uniforms so neat, as the superintendent has told you. And I feel, again, we're on the right track in giving Muncie the best police department in the state of Indiana. Now then, if you'll stand at ease, while the inspection party enters the building, the assistant chief will take over for our group picture. Marion, you want to take over the picture? Dog, you want to come with us?
The officers are lining up now for a group picture, which will end the activity for today.